Hello everyone, this is Dharamveer sir here. So today we are going to continue with chapter 7 of grade 12 maths, which is integrals, and the topic of today's video is integration by parts. Clear? So let's start. Like we have the product rule, that is if we have the product of two functions, then we have to differentiate it. So product rule of differentiation. Same we have if the product of two functions in the integral, then we apply the integration by parts, which is like if we have integral of fx into gx dx, we have two functions f and g, then it goes like fx integral of gx dx minus integral of f dash x, that is differential of fx, into integral of gx, then wholes integral. Clear? So it goes like the integral of the product of two function is equal to first function into integral of the second function minus integral of differential of the first function into integral of the second function. So if we f is the first, g the second, that we have f intersection of integration of g minus integral of f dash into g dx. Clear? So pause and note down this point. So as I told you, for integration of parts we have to take two functions, first function and second function. So while selecting the first function, we need to follow a particular order, otherwise the integration will become very difficult, and this is called ILATE, I-L-A-T-E, and where I stands for inverse trigonometric function, L for logarithmic function, A for algebraic function, T for trigonometric function, and E stands for exponential function. Clear? A stands for algebraic, means some types of polynomial functions. So we have to take the first function in this order. If inverse trigonometric function is present in the integral, then we will take I for the first function and other side second. If L is there, I is not there, L is there, then second preference is equal to L, third is A, and fourth is T and E continuously. So remember this point, ILATE, I for inverse trigonometric, L for logarithmic function, A for algebraic function, T for trigonometric function, and E for exponential function like e power x, a power x, terms like that. Clear? So pause and note down this point. We have one more type of integral. If it is integral e power x bracket fx plus f dash x, that is the function is there plus its differentiation is there. F is the function and f dash is also there. It means like that if we have sin x, then we must have the cos x in that, and ex is also there. Then this integral is solved as e power x fx plus c directly. If we have, or we can somehow convert it into the terms of integral e power x bracket fx plus f dash x, function plus its differentiation, then the function's integration can be written as e power x fx plus constant of integration c. Clear? So remember this point. Keeping all these points in mind, let's start exercise 7.6, and the first question is integrate the function x into sin x. Now as you can see that there are two functions, x and sin, so we have to apply integration by parts. So if you remember the terms ILATE, I-L-A, A for algebraic and T for, so here x is your algebraic function and T sin x is your trigonometric function. So our choice of function will be what? X, and sin will be your second function. So applying integration by parts, we will get I x integral of sin x using the formula minus integral differentiation of x into integral of sin x and wholes integral. Clear? So we have integral of sin x equals to what? Minus cos x minus integral, now differentiation of x is 1 and integral of sin is minus cos. So we are getting minus x cos x plus sin x, because integral of cos will be sin, plus constant of integration c. Clear? So we have simply applied the integration by parts method. So pause and note down the solution. Next we have question number 3, integrate the function x square e power x. So using ILATE, here x square will be our first function and e power x will be our second function. Therefore by integration by parts, we have I equals to x square integral of second function e power x dx minus integral differentiation of first, that is d upon dx of x square, and integral of second, that is e power x dx, and wholes integral. And we know that integral of e power x is what? E power x and in second term differentiation of x square is 2x and integral of e power x is e power x. So we are getting x square e power x minus 2 into integral x e power x dx. So again we have the product of 2 x and e power x, so we have to apply the integrating by parts again. So we will get x square e power x minus 2, first is x, second is e power x, minus integral differentiation of first x minus integral of second, that is e power x dx. So we will get x e power x minus integral e power x. So after simplification we are getting our final integral at e power x into x square minus 2x plus 2 plus constant of integration c. Clear? Don't forget this c. Pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 6, integrate the function x square log x. So L comes before algebraic. So here our first function will be log and second will be x square using the ILATE. Remember that ILATE. So here our first function is log and second function is x square. So again integrating by parts we will get I equals to log x integral of second, that is x square, minus differentiation of log into integral of x square. We are getting log x and integral of x square is what? Using x power n. It is x cube upon 3 minus integral 1 upon x into x cube upon 3. So what we are getting is x cube log x upon 3 minus x square upon 3 dx, which will give us final answer as x cube log x upon 3 minus x cube upon 9 plus constant of integration c. I hope I am clear. So pause and note down the solution. Next we have question number 8. Integrate the function x tan inverse x. Now ILATE stands for tan inverse trigonometry function. So here tan inverse x will be our first function and x will be our second function. So integrating by parts we get I equals to tan inverse x integral of first, that is x dx, minus integral differentiation of first, that is differentiation of tan inverse x, into integral of second, that is integral of x dx. So integral of x is x square upon 2 and differentiation of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So again we are getting integral of x square upon 1 plus x square, 1 x square upon 1 plus x square. So x square tan inverse x upon 2 minus half integral x square, we have splitted it. If you remember that we have to, if it is in terms of proper, we have to convert into improper. Clear? So we are getting 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus x square dx, and integral of 1 is what? X, and integral of 1 upon 1 plus x square is tan inverse x. So after simplification we are getting our final answer x square upon 2 tan inverse x minus x upon 2 plus tan inverse x upon 2 plus constant c. So we have used few different topics. We have used integrating by part, we also used by partial fractions. Yes. So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 10, integrate the function sin inverse x whole square. Now if we have a single function which cannot be integrated easily, so we can write it as the product of that function multiplied by 1. So this integral I can be written as integral of sin inverse x whole square into 1 dx. Now inverse is our first function always, so we are getting sin inverse x whole square as the first function and 1 as the second function. Then applying the method of integrating by parts, sin inverse x integral of I, that is integral of 1 minus differentiation of sin inverse x whole square into integral of 1 dx. Clear? So sin inverse x whole square, that is integration of 1 is x and sin inverse x whole square, first for the power 2 sin inverse x, and then for sin inverse x we applied chain rule over here, integral under root 1 minus x square, and for integral of 1 dx we are getting x into dx. So this can be written as, after simplification you can see, this is giving x sin inverse x whole square plus, in bracket you can see that we have again getting integral of, so we are getting sin inverse x integral minus 2x upon under root 1 minus x square dx, and again integral d upon dx sin inverse x integral 2 minus 2x upon under root 1 minus x square dx. So we have used integral by part 2 times. Clear? Integration by part 2 times. So after simplification and applying integration by parts, we are getting x sin inverse x whole square plus 2 into under root 1 minus x square sin inverse x minus 2x plus constant c. Clear? So solve these sums twice, it's very important. Pause and note down. Next is question number 11. Integrate the function x cos inverse x upon under root 1 minus x square. Under root 1 minus x square. So we have I equals to minus half, multiplying the numerator and denominator by 2. We have got I equals to minus half integral minus 2x upon under root 1 minus x square cos inverse x dx. So again, since cos inverse function is all function, so we are getting I equals to minus half cos inverse x integral of minus 2x upon under root 1 minus x square, which is our second function, minus integral of differentiation of first function into integral of second function. Clear? So this cos inverse x into 2 under root 1 minus x square minus integral minus 1, differential cos inverse is minus 1 upon under root 1 minus x square, and for the second part it is 2 integral 2 under root 1 minus x square. So after integrating one more time, we have to integrate integral 2 dx also, and simplifying we will get our final answer is minus integral 1 minus x square cos inverse x plus constant of integration c. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 14. Integrate the function x log x whole square, x into log x whole square. So I late L comes before algebraic, so our first function will be log x square and the second function is x. So applying the integration by parts, we are getting I equals to first log x whole square integral of x dx minus integral into differentiation of first, that differentiation of log x whole square into integral of second, that is integral of x dx and whole integral. Clear? So log x square is log x square and integration of x is x square upon 2 minus integral of 2 log x into 1 upon x into x square upon 2. So which is giving x square upon 2 log x whole square minus integral log x dx. So we have to apply the integrating by parts again for the integral x log x, and log will be our first function. So we are getting I is equal to x square upon 2 log x whole square. It is very simple. Now for the second part, it will log x integral of x dx minus integral differentiation of log into integral of x dx. Clear? So we are getting x square upon 2 log x whole square minus x square upon 2 minus log x minus integral, sorry, x square upon 2 into log x minus integral 1 upon x square dx. So after simplification and integrating integral x, we will get x square upon 2 log x whole square minus x square upon 2 log x plus x square upon 4 plus constant of integration c. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Next is question 16. Integrate the function e power x sin x plus cos x. Now this comes the other form. We have learned that if we have integral of the form e power x fx plus f dash x. Now this is like that only. So here fx is sin x and f dash x is what? Cos x. So therefore this integral is written in the form of integral e power x into fx plus f dash x. You can see, and we know that integral of e power x fx plus f dash x dx equals to what? E power x into fx plus constant c. So here e power x is as it is and fx was sin. So integral will be e power x into sin x plus constant of integration c. If you remember the formula that integral e power x fx plus f dash x dx equals to e power x fx plus constant, this sum will be very easy. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. So next we have question number 18. Integrate the function e power x in bracket 1 plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x. Now this is a bit tricky. So we are going to use integration by, first we are going to apply some trigonometric identity to simplify it. Now 1 plus sin x, 1 can be written as sin square x upon 2 plus cos square x upon 2, and sin x equals to, by using the identity of sin 2x, will be 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2, and denominator 1 plus cos x, it will be equal to 2 cos square x by 2. In the denominator we are using cos 2x identity. So e power x sin x plus cos x whole square upon 2 cos square x by 2. So taking half common, it will become half e power x sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 upon cos x by 2 whole square. So on simplification we are getting half e power x 1 plus 10x by 2 whole square. So which can be written as half e power x 1 plus 10 square x by 2 plus 2 10x by 2 using a plus b whole square. So this is half e power x square x by 2 plus 2 10x by 2 using the identity 1 plus 10 square x by 2 is equal to sec square x by 2. So therefore the integral e power x 1 plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x dx becomes e power x half sec square x by 2 plus tan x by 2. You can see that it is again in the form of e power x fx plus f dash x, where fx equals to tan x by 2 and its differentiation f dash x will be equal to what? Half sec square x by 2. So by using that identity, that integral e power x fx plus f dash x dx equals to e power x into fx plus constant c. Our integral becomes integral e power x 1 plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x dx equals to e power x tan x by 2, because fx is equal to what? Tan x by 2 plus constant of integration c. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Next is question number 20. Integrate the function x minus 3 upon x minus 1 cube into e power x. So writing the integral e power x minus 3 upon x minus 1 whole cube dx, we'll get e power x minus 1 minus 2, because in the denominator we have x minus 1. So it will be very simple if we write x minus 3 as x minus 1 minus 2. So dividing it into two parts, we'll get integral e power x 1 upon x minus 1 whole square minus 2 upon x minus 1 whole cube. So again, if you look closely, we have the function fx equals to 1 upon x minus 1 whole square, whose differential f dash x equals to what? Minus 2 upon x minus 1 whole cube. Clear? So this integral will be in the form of integral e power x fx plus f dash x into dx will be equal to e power x fx plus c. Clear? So therefore the integral e power x minus 3 upon x minus 1 whole cube dx will become e power x upon x minus 1 whole square plus constant c. So the sum which are looking very difficult becomes very easy if you convert it in the form of e power x fx plus f dash x. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question number 22. Integrate the function sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square. So we are going to use trigonometric identity. Putting x equals to tan theta, we will get dx equals to sec square theta d theta. Therefore sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square will be equal to sin inverse 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, which will give sin inverse 2 sin 2 theta, because sin 2 theta is equal to what? 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. So this becomes 2 theta. Therefore the integral sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square dx will be equal to integral 2 theta into dx, and dx was equal to what? Sec square theta. So this becomes integral 2 theta into sec square theta d theta, and taking the constant 2 out of the integration, we will get 2 integral theta into sec square theta d theta. So again we can apply the integrating by parts. We will get 2 integral theta integral of sec square theta d theta minus integral d upon d theta differentiation of theta and integration of sec square theta d theta. We have to take theta at the first and sec square at the second function, if you remember ILATE. Clear? So from here we are getting 2 theta into tan theta minus integral tan theta d theta, and integral tan theta is equal to what? Minus log of cos theta. So we are getting 2 theta tan theta plus log cos theta plus c, and putting the value of theta, we will get x tan inverse x plus log 1 upon under 1 minus 1 plus x square plus constant c. So after simplification, our final answer comes 2x tan inverse x minus log 1 plus x square plus constant of integration c. I hope I am clear. So pause and note down the solution. So I have solved most of the sums of the exercise 7.6. So solve the remaining parts of the exercise, but don't forget to solve the examples. Thank you and all the best.